Hello, my name is Giovanna Bernal. I'm a Panama attorney with more than 15 years of experience, and today I will share with you the 101 when buying a property in Panama. If you want to know information about what you should know before buying a property in Panama, I recommend you to watch this video. And if you have already a property and you have negotiated the terms and you're ready to buy, I want to share with you the steps. First thing, you should sign a separation agreement. Normally, you separate the property from the market and you pay something around $500 to $1,000 to take it away from the market. You'll sign an agreement, which is a simple contract between the seller and the buyer to separate the property. Then the parties will sign an agreement that is called a promissory agreement. It will include the information on the property, like where it's located, the number of the finca or folio, which is the identification number of the property, the duties of the buyer and the seller, the main aspects of the contract, meaning the price, the term, which is normally 90 days. If you're gonna pay cash, it will be less than that. But if you are going to buy with the bank and in the mortgage, you might need sometimes to apply for the mortgage and get a promissory letter from the bank and get everything ready to sign the transfer deed. Normally, the down payment goes from 10 to 20%, and the balance is paid once the transfer deed is signed. The seller will take care of collecting some documents, such as the Paz y Salvo from IDAN, which is a certificate of good standing that shows that the water is paid. Also, if the property is in a building and it's under the PH, Propiedad horizontal property, or in a community neighborhood of houses that also belong to a PH, Propiedad horizontal, the seller will need to get also a certificate of good standing that shows that the maintenance that is paid each month is in good standing. Now, also, there is a document that has to be collected from the garbage authority. From the time that we're shooting this video, we are under an extension of 90 days, but maybe if you watch this video later, you'll have to show this document if you are the seller in order to get the property registered. And the last document that is signed is the deed of transfer. This deed of transfer is done by the public notary, and the notary public can issue it by themselves, meaning that you can go there directly, but also your lawyer can also draft it and guide you with the public notary. I recommend you to use a lawyer if your Spanish is not very good, and also if you are not familiar with the process. Once the public deed is ready, the seller will need to add the Paz y Salvo documents, the certificate of good standing from the water authority, the garbage authority. The taxes have to be paid, 2% of property tax, 3% of capital gain, if any. If there's no capital gain, you don't have to pay that 10%. And the property has to be in good standing on property taxes. And once the public deed of transfer is signed by both parties, the notary will sign as well, and the deed is ready to be registered at the public registry. The process to register this deed at the public registry takes around a week. Sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more than that. But if you are in a hurry and you want it to be registered in less than 24 hours, you can always pay an expedite fee to the registry of $300. And once you are officially the owner, don't forget to register your property at ANATI, which is our land authority. They will update the information that you are the owner, the value of the property, and also update that information at our tax revenue office, which is DGI. Then also remember that once you're the owner, you have to take care of paying property taxes, if any. If you want to know if you have to pay property taxes, watch this video. If you are not in Panama, you can issue a power of attorney from your country of origin. You have to do it at a Panama consulate. The consul can do the duties of a notary, so you can issue a power of attorney, and that has to be legalized by a Panama consul. If you are in Panama and you have to go, you can also issue a power of attorney through a notary public in person and give a power to your lawyer or to another person. About the payment, if you are the buyer, you can always send an international wire transfer. Although, keep in mind that sometimes the seller will not want this type of payment because sometimes the transfer might get stuck or something can happen on the process. Remember that once you transfer the money, both parties will sign the transfer deed and the property will be registered. So other ways to pay are, you can pay in cash. I don't recommend you to pay in cash. You can always pay with a certified check or a money order. So I recommend you to open a bank account, and you can pay as well with a promissory bank letter. So if you have a bank account in Panama, if you are a resident, you can open a bank account very easily. But if you are not a resident and you're a foreigner, an investor, you can open a bank account as well with an international section of banks in Panama, and the bank can give you a promissory letter. So meaning that the bank will pay the seller once the property is on your name. Another way to guarantee your payment is to give a certified check to the notary. So the notary will give that check once the property is on your name. And the last option is to pay through an escrow agreement. Escrow agreements are typically processed with the assistance of a trustee, a licensed trustee in Panama, or sometimes lawyers have access to escrow accounts. I recommend you to check if the lawyer is authorized to do that, because if the lawyer doesn't have the option to receive a huge amount of money, the transfer can be stuck. If you buy a property with a corporation, meaning that you're buying the shares, not the property, remember this is a totally different situation. So you buy the shares on the corporation, the seller will pay 5% on taxes, and you will sign a promissory agreement. Once the balance is paid, the seller will transfer the shares to you, and you'll be the owner of the corporation that owns the property. And if you need the assistance of a realtor, you can contact us. We are partners with Remax Prime, and we are also real estate lawyers. Finally, I would like you to like and share this video, subscribe to this channel. We post a video every week, and if you want to contact us, you can click for free consultation below. Thanks.